Hey mommies, daddies, and kids, have you explored the books I recommended you and your preschoolers in the previous episode? I hope you did. Today I'll be recommending a few more books to you. You are indeed spoiled for choices. Let's get started, shall we? Sweety by Andrea Zoil. Now Sweety is a naked mole rat. She has protruding front teeth, thick glasses, and some very unusual hobbies like interpretive dance and fungus identification. Interesting. So, she's very intense and very passionate about her unusual hobbies, and even her friends don't always get her. So one day, Sweety decided to find other friends who have the same interest as her, and her cool Aunt Ruth decided to help her. So and then slowly, Sweety come to realize that being herself is actually pretty awesome as well. So this story is about how Sweety discovers that being herself is it's all about being herself. It's awesome and embracing herself. So this is what it looks like in the book. Very interesting pictures. Okay, and the reviews. So it's full of spunk and wonderful illustrations and a beautiful message about being yourself. It's a great book to read to your young ones, how they should embrace themselves, being their uniquely self. And it's heartwarming, it's sweet, it's also inspiring. So yes, great book to read. Tiny T.Rex and the Impossible Hug by Jonathan Stutzman. So, meet Tiny. This is Tiny. He's a T-Rex in the big world, and he embraces all obstacles against him in his quest to learn how to hug. So, he's learning how to hug because he has tiny hands, and it's quite impossible to hug. So, this is what it looks like in the book. Very cute pictures. Okay, reviews. So it's a cute book to read. It also has great illustrations. It's a story about friendship and determination, and how T-Rex may be tiny, but his friend needs a hug. So he's doing everything he can to try to make that happen. It's it's a great book to read to your little ones. The Rough Patch by Brian Lice. So this story is about Evan and his dog. They're best friends. They do everything together, from eating ice cream, from caring for their garden, which grows big and beautiful. But one day, the most unexpected thing happened, which is Evan's dog. He passed away. Evan became so upset. He was so heartbroken. He destroyed everything in the garden, and the garden just became overgrown with prickles and thorns. So this is what it looks like on the inside of the book. It has beautiful illustrations, very bright and vivid colors. These are the reviews. It's a simple story about love, grief, and starting anew. It's a bittersweet picture book. It's a great book for some discussions with your children. If let's say they just lost their dogs, their pets, their best friends. Yeah. It's a great book even for adults. So yes. Hello, Lighthouse by Sophie Blackwell. So this storybook is written from a lighthouse keeper's perspective. He writes down every detail in his logbook about how his daily life went by with his family, watching the days go by, watching the seasons pass, and how they guide the ships to sail safely by using by the lighthouse. And this is what it looks like in the storybook. Very nice colors, great imagery, and these are the reviews. So it's a simple story. It's a great book to read for all ages. It's an expressive text. It also has information about lighthouses at the end. The author actually included information about lighthouses at the end. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story. whimsical origin story of the phases of the moon. So if you want to teach your children about the phases of the moon, you can read this book to them to spark their interest. Okay, so this book mainly focuses on little Star. She loves mooncakes and she bakes mooncakes with her mama, but she's not supposed to eat any of the mooncakes yet. What happens when she can't resist a nibble? You'll find out more in the story. So this is what it looks like in the book. Very sharp, vivid colors. And the reviews. Some of them mentioned they love the illustrations, which we saw earlier on. And it's charming, it's child-centered, it also teaches about phases of the moon, and this story will also spark your little one's curiosity. So yes, it has a subtle science lesson as well. Shh, I'm reading by John Kelly. So this book is about Bella. She's usually playing with her toys on Sundays, but today she decided that she wants to read. So, and she was so into her book, she's so engrossed in reading her book, and she's almost, and she came to the most amazing part of the story. She got distracted by one of her toys, Captain Blue Bottom. So, Captain Blue Bottom was inviting her to go have an adventure with her, but she refused and told him, no, I just want to sit down and read. And then she continues reading, and then when she's halfway there, another toy came to life and asked her to join her on stage to perform with the other penguins. So will she ever get to finish her book? We'll find out. So this is what it looks like in the book. Very colorful pictures, illustrations, and the reviews. So, it's a wonderful story to read with your young children. It has bright and colorful images, and it's wonderfully imaginative. Characters in this book actually makes it very engaging for the children to read. So, yes, it's an entertaining book. Mercy Watson to the Rescue by Kate DeCamillo. So, the story is about a pig named Mercy, and Mercy belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Watson. So one night, Mercy decides that she wants to snuggle up in bed with Mr. and Mrs. Watson. However, that's not going to be such a great thing because you'll find out in the story. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the storybook. Very colorful illustrations, easy to read for your preschoolers, and the reviews. So it's a great introduction for your preschoolers if you want to get them to start reading chapter books. I mean, these are for maybe your older preschoolers, like your 6 years olds who are quite advanced readers. It's an enjoyable book. It's easy to read, and as you can see from the pictures, it's still colorful, and that will attract